Happy Sunday. Hope you all are enjoying a beautiful, relaxing day wherever you are in the world. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous day here in Coquina Key, Florida, just south of St. Petersburg. Good morning, whoever joined. I am curious, whoever can hear me, just send me a comment. Let me know the audio quality is okay. It feels like it's loud out here, but I don't know. What a wonderful day to be being. Hey, Joe. Mahalo. Aloha. Hey, Lindsay. Good morning. I got your hubby's tracksuit. I'll be bringing it not this Thursday, but a week from Thursday. Wonderful. Glad you can hear me. Yeah, it's red. It's bright. Whew. I don't know if I can pull that off. Oh, that's nice. Somebody's air conditioner just shut off. I love that. Man, what a week. An incredible week. Had a Steve visit this week. I will be doing a post a little bit later in the week, probably tomorrow, about that extraordinary experience. I'll give you a red is good. It's very intense. Andrea, chat with you tomorrow, right? I think that's it. Hey, Dennis, good morning. Yeah, so here's the teaser for that next live. I showed up at Steve's office. We have a 9 o'clock start time. I usually get there earlier and I do my little rituals and such. And Steve came into the office. Hey, good morning, Michael. And when he came in, I said, hey, I already had my session with you this morning. He's like, what do you mean? I just walking in. I said, nope, already had the session. Already got all the value, not just out of today, but of our entire relationship. What occurred this morning before 7:30 a.m. paid for every penny that I gave you already. So how about we go to breakfast? So we went to breakfast. So I'll tell that story probably tomorrow, maybe Tuesday. We'll see. That was a fun visit. Today I want to talk about something that happened about a week ago, and it really is a story about the power of being, how when we shift our being, stuff moves so quickly, right? Life starts to shift real fast, not just our experience of life, but also the circumstances of life. When we talk about experience of life, to me, that's how I'm experiencing any given set of circumstances. I'm on my balcony. It's a beautiful day, sunny, 73 degrees. I'm in front of the water. I'm loving this. Somebody could be right next to me having a miserable day for whatever reason. That would be a difference in experience of this day, of the circumstances. Same circumstances, different experience. What a lot of people don't, I think, perhaps you do, realize or grasp is the power that being has, not just to shift our experience of circumstances, but the circumstances themselves. I'll give you a little example of that, just because, why not? My entire life, I've had the story, I can't play basketball. I can't play basketball. I can't get the ball in the net. I can't crumple up a piece of paper and get it in a wastebasket 3 feet away. That's been my story. My being creates reality, right? Not just my experience of it, but the circumstance itself. On Friday, I was speaking to a group of entrepreneurs. I'm standing up on stage. I'm getting ready. They haven't come in yet. I had a little napkin from the restroom. By the way, there's a whole nother aside. I have kind of a napkin fetish. I have a thing for napkins. It's a whole... People that know me really well know about my thing for napkins, but that's a story for another day. Like if we're ever someplace and somebody needed a napkin, I'd be like, oh, I got a napkin for you. I probably should do a whole live on being napkins. Anyway, so I'm sitting there and I'm talking to Louisa and some other guy that walked up. It's a trash can, 15 feet, probably, maybe a little bit more. And I went, whew. And it was a trash can like this big, and then the hole was like this big, right in the center. And Louisa, my wife, is like, honey, whoa, wow. I wasn't even excited. I didn't mean anything to me because I was so committed to this is going in. For the past, like I said, well, for the past 5-6 minutes, I've been being, this is going in. I've been committing myself to this is going in, right in. So I wasn't even like surprised or excited. Just like, of course it went in. Oh, so much to talk about. So we're talking about how being can not just shift our experience of circumstances, but the circumstances themselves, and how powerful it is and how quickly it can be. And I'm going to share a little story from probably a week ago. Luisa and I were sitting in bed, getting ready to, call it a night. I'm usually the get in bed, lay down, lights out, done. Luisa journals and does all sorts of stuff and then goes to bed. So she's usually up a little more than I am. And I'm already horizontal. She's still sitting upright. And she made the comment, I wish more people would acknowledge me. And I don't know what happened because I was almost asleep. And something started flowing through me and I started just talking. I don't even know where it was coming from. And essentially what I shared, and at one point, this is sort of funny, at one point I sat up, and I don't even really remember a lot of this. She shared with me this the next day or whatever. I sat up, I wear bite guards so I don't grind, pulled out my bite guard, threw it on the bed, and it was just like getting in her face in an absolutely loving, here for you sort of way. No anger, no upsetness, but just like, I need to speak to you. I need you to hear this. And essentially what I said was, acknowledgement is everywhere, but it has to start from here. How are you going to hear anybody acknowledging you, or why would anybody acknowledge you if you're swatting these acknowledgments out of their hand? Because fundamentally you refuse to acknowledge yourself. And I said, well, let me correct that. It's not that you refuse to acknowledge yourself. You actually acknowledge yourself all the time. And I pointed over to, we have two standing desks in our apartment, and one of them is in the bedroom. And I pointed over to her standing desk. I said, you've got index cards full of self-acknowledgments, except they sound like this. Don't screw this up again. I got this wrong. I got this other thing wrong. Don't forget this. Never do that again. All of your self-talk, in the mind. And hey, good morning. Is it just Lisa or Lisa? Hey, Greg. How do you say it? Lisa. Lisa. Looks like it'd be Lisa. Lisa or Lisa? I don't know how you communicate back on this, but I'm going to go with Lisa. If that's right, give me a thumbs up, Lisa Blair. If that's wrong, I don't know. Tell me no. So I said, you're always acknowledging yourself, except it doesn't sound like the kind of acknowledgement you want to hear. Because what a lot of people would call negative self-talk is the same thing as acknowledgement. It's how we speak to ourselves. Oh, I didn't get it right. Oh, what have you. She fills journals full of, wonderful, Lisa, I love it. Fills journals full of all these things like that she got wrong. And it's not like she's like beating herself up. Her self-talk is very advanced. But when you look at it, it's still all the unuseful listening, unuseful judgments, unuseful thinking from the day. Thinking that that's what's going to keep her from doing it again. And it doesn't. I said, here's a crazy idea. This is still me sitting up in bed, threw the bite guard on the bed. I said, here's a crazy idea. How about instead of every night before you go to bed, scribbling in your little journal about all the fuck-ups from the day, all the things you got wrong, what if you wrote all the things you did right? What if you saw all the things and captured and reiterated all the things that were amazing today? You'd fill just as many pages, and that would work on your being, right? That would create yourself. If you write a bunch of don't do this, didn't do this, got to remember not to do that, well, that's creating who you're being. And if you write, I'm great because this, I'm great because this, I serve this person powerfully, blah, blah, blah. Well, hey, Shauna, well, that's creating your being too, right? Our words come from our being, right? Not a word comes out of my mouth that's not preceded by a thought. All thought comes from who we're being. But it also goes the other way. Our words are created from our being, but our words also create our being, right? This whole declaration thing, I think you guys get this, is one way, one tactic for creating being. If I speak into the world, I am powerful, I am the universe, love is, I am that, right? Well, your being goes, oh, that's who I need to be. If you speak the other stuff, that's what your being hears it needs to be, and then it does those things. Now, I love my wife so much. Luisa Milano is Luisa Milano is the most incredible human on the planet, the most beautiful woman, brilliant, incredible. I am so lucky that the universe put us together. And in addition to all the incredible things she does and is capable of, my favorite is her capacity to receive information and then immediately begin integrating it herself. Like, she doesn't sit around and go, let me think about that. She starts taking action. Right? She gets committed to an idea and she starts taking action. And she doesn't get all hung up on, oh, well, it's got to be my idea. She goes, well, I'll give it a shot. So, like, the next morning, I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, well, I'm kind of creating an acknowledgement journal. I'm like, right on. That's what I'm talking about. What do you got? This is the important part. Well, a lot of important parts, but this is really important. And she starts sharing some of the things on there from like the day before. I said, that's amazing, love. That's really beautiful. What about that? She goes, oh, I forgot that. And like what I shared with her that I remembered that she forgot was not better, but more impactful than anything else she'd already put on there. Like she had fundamentally shifted somebody's life the day before, and it wasn't even on her list, right? This is how insidious being can be when we're trying to recreate our being. We don't remember the amazing things we do, but man, do we remember all the screw-ups, all the things we get wrong. And then we perpetuate those, and that further cements in our being. So to make it really simple, most people walk around all day playing a game called, here's the things I don't want to do, here's the things I don't want to screw up, right? I don't want to fail, not I want to win. I want to get it right. I don't want to get it wrong. No, I want to get it right. I want to serve. I don't want to not serve. I want to serve. Well, which is more powerful? Serving. And it was a few days of that. And this is what I'm going to use to create an invitation for you guys, right? Because I think it's really powerful to pay attention to all the things that you're creating in the world that are amazing. All the people you're serving, the impact you're having, the insights people are having because of who you're being. It makes sense to pay attention to those and capture them and write them down, because most people don't notice them. For whatever reason, my whole life I've been phenomenal, very, very good, always oriented towards all the good I'm doing in the world. That's wonderful, Adrian. Glad to hear that. So what you guys can do is you can start to capture your self-acknowledgements. What are all the things you did today, yesterday, the day before? Ooh, dolphins. We got dolphins. I don't know if you can see them. I'll try to give you a dolphin flash if we can. One of the best parts about living here is this. They're there. There's dolphins. I don't know if you can see them. Yeah, they're out there. So we interrupt this program to bring you a dolphin drive-by. Yeah, yesterday they were like 5 feet off the seawall. It was pretty cool. Yeah, what if you spent all your time focusing on what you got right and how you served so you could do more of it, versus what I think a lot of people in the world do, which is catalog all their mistakes, infractions, things that they got wrong, thinking that's going to help avoid it. I used to be real big into cycling. I was a competitive cyclist, road cyclist back in the day. I was around kind of when mountain biking was invented. So I was really into a lot of mountain biking and fun stuff like that. And people would say, how do you go so fast downhill? Right? Now, I wasn't like a downhiller, but like, in some of these trails, they're really technical. I lived in Santa Cruz for a few years. How do you go so fast? And I had the answer back then, and to me this is a metaphor for life. I said, it's easy. Most people are on a trail trying to avoid the rocks. I don't think about the rocks, I ride the trail. I ride the trail, I don't avoid the rocks. Those are two different ways to ride. When you try to avoid rocks, you keep hitting rocks. Don't hit the rock, don't hit that one, boom, up, hit that, don't hit that, boom. When you say, well, the rocks will be there, I don't need to worry about them, I'm looking for the trail, my job is to ride the trail, you go a lot faster. Same in life. Think about the things in your life that you're creating that are powerful, and you'll do more of those naturally. Think about all the things you did wrong, all your screw-ups, all the, oh, I could have worded that betterly, and maybe I made... All you're going to do is make more of those. It's insane. I was sharing earlier in this video that I spoke in front of a group of entrepreneurs this week. I got up on stage, half an hour. I guarantee if I watched the video, which I never do, I don't watch videos myself, I don't listen to recordings, I'm not going back to try and see what I could do better. I don't care. I did the best I can in the moment, and I'll do the same next time. So I bet if I watch this video, I find all sorts of things to judge myself that I didn't get it right. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Right? I know I did a fantastic job, and I'm sure I could have done a better job, and I'll do a better job next time. Naturally, by thinking about and orienting my mind and my being to what I did right, not trying to catalog and scrutinize all the things I did wrong. Right? How many times you get off a call with a client or a customer or a friend and go, oh, I did this, and this. For whatever reason, I don't think that way. Part of the reason I can move so quickly in life is I don't spend a lot of time thinking about what happened yesterday. I will never watch this video again. I'll never go, oh, what did I say? Did I make the right point? Oh, I didn't, let me correct that. Yeah, keep moving. Create something new tomorrow. So, that's a state of being. That's a way of being. So you can look at who you're being, how you're being, that approaches the world as like, you got to catalog all the mistakes you made, like, keep track of those so you don't do them again. That's one way of being. Another way of being is, I do the best I can to do the best I can. If only I had said, right, Dave? You know what? Whatever you said, who cares? And the funny part is this, nobody can hear what you actually say. Nobody listening to this is hearing the words that are coming out of my mouth. You're listening through your own listening, where you are in life, how you woke up this morning, how you're feeling about yourself, and you're getting whatever insights you're going to get. It almost doesn't matter. Werner Erhard used to say, right, you've heard Steve Hardison talk about, it's all in the listening. You're going to create him from who you're being, not who he is. Well, Werner used to say, sitting across from somebody, if their listening was in the right place, right, if they're listening from the right place, he could read them from the phone book and they'd have a transformation. They'd have insight. And that is so true. It's never about the words we're saying or how we're saying them, and all we do is catalog all the mistakes, which slows us down thinking we're not going to make them again. Nah, you'll make more. Versus, what are all the things you did great today? You don't actually need to capture, catalog, or remember anything you did wrong. That's not going to help you do it better next time. That's the biggest load of hooey ever. Think of all the things you did right and do more of those. All right. Coffee's almost done. This week, you know what it is this week, second Thursday of the month, coming up here on the 10th. You know what that is? Somebody say it. Tracksuit Thursday. I hope you got yours. If not, go get one. If you want one, I got them. I got them for sale. I'm not making money on them. It's not a, hey, Eric, what's up, brother? Hope you watched the old replay on this one. We had some fun this morning. I'm just reminding people it's Tracksuit Thursday. Here's a fun idea. Don't worry about PFC. That's what mine's all about, right? Oh, this is good. Eric, you're going to like this. You just inspired me, brother. When you wear your tracksuit and people are like, hey, what are you doing wearing a tracksuit? Don't worry about the PFC thing that I'm doing. Just say, I'm wearing it, so people will ask me about the tracksuit, and I can say, well, I'm being somebody who would wear a tracksuit, so people would ask me about the tracksuit, so I can talk to them about the book of being. Ha! Right? Here's a great idea. This is genius. Use tracksuits as a way to introduce people to the book of being. Right? I use it for PFC, but you can use it for whatever you want. Right? When you wear a tracksuit, people are like, what are you doing? What's with the tracksuit? That's pretty cool. It just starts a conversation everywhere. So, who would you need to be to wear a tracksuit on Thursday such that people would go, why is that person wearing a tracksuit? At work, of all places. And when they look at you, you go, you're probably looking at me about the tracksuit, right? Well, You ever wonder who you'd need to be to wear this? This is the other great thing about tracksuits. Whenever I wear them and people talk to me about them, they always say the same thing. I wish I could wear one. I wish I could pull that off. What a great opening to talk about being. Well, you know what? You could wear one, but you'd have to look at who you were being that wasn't wearing one. Anyway, you play with that however you want. I'm going to go enjoy my Sunday with my amazing, beautiful, powerful wife, Louisa Milano. Eric, I think you and I are chatting this week. Can't wait to catch up. Thank you guys all for watching. Have an amazing day. Remember, being creates everything, our thoughts and our words can create the being. So look at all the words you're putting out there, not just out of your mouth, but in your journals, and see if you can put better words out there. That will up-level your being. Have an amazing day.